Hello, kindergarten students. This is Mr. Turnbull with a special message. And I hope that you're having a great time in kindergarten camp this week. I'm so proud of you. I've been speaking to the teachers, and they told me what a wonderful job you've been doing, working hard, being great listeners, and trying your best. So I hope you have a fun time. I wish I was there with you, and I am, just like you guys, I'm going to school this week too. So I'm going to be at Rider University, and that's why I can't spend time with you at Bear Tavern this week. So I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to tell you how proud I was of you and say that I was definitely thinking of you, and I can't wait until September when you become kindergartners at Bear Tavern. One of my favorite things to do each time that there's kindergarten camp is to come into each room and to read a story. So I had to think of a creative way that we could do it, and that's why I'm sending you this special message today. So hopefully we can read a story together and have a great day, and that way we'll get off to a great start for next school year, because some of you will be back at kindergarten camp next week, but for some of you, it might be your last day. And remember, you can always play on the playground at Bear Tavern, and September will be here before we know it. We'll get an awesome school year started. So hopefully you're ready for a cool book. This is one of my favorites. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance, and it's by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Reese. Giraffes Can't Dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. And I think you're going to notice something about the words in this book. There's going to be some rhymes, so I want you to listen out for those rhymes. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced the tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly man. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music, if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we have ever seen." How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply turned around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. The end. And like I told you, that's one of my favorite books. I love it because it's true, and it's not really just about dancing. It's about us being able to do whatever we want to do if we find the right song or find the right activity. So hopefully you enjoyed that story, and hopefully you had a great time at kindergarten camp. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and I can't wait to see you soon. So have a great day. This is Mr. Turnbull saying that I'm proud of you and can't wait to see you soon.